Welcome back to one more episode of ANIMA, the podcast that we pause, reflect, and empower. Today I have these two beautiful souls, my beautiful friend Lorena and Touraine. I'm learning to spell it correctly. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you, ladies.
Thank you for having us here.
And before we continue, I just want you to know that this is a space for you. This podcast has been created for each one of you. So whatever your heart wants to say, please, you're welcome to share with us anything. The same thing with you, beautiful. So I'm going to start maybe having a question so that way you guys can continue.
Yeah.
So more than anything, Lorena, thank you for being here. And please tell us, what are you looking at right now today from the previous version of you that you can say, oh my God, I love everything that happened because I love who I am today. Let's start with that.
Wow, that is actually very powerful. And I wasn't prepared for this, but let's do it. I think the Lorena that is in front of you right now is a Lorena that still have a lot of fear, that she's acting out of that fear. And it's not the Lorena that goes in the corner and say, this is not going to work out. I still have the fear. I still have the emotion. But I'm so proud of myself because now I act out of that fear. And I still validate that fear. And I said, okay, I'm doing all this with scare them or frighten, but I'm doing it.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And that is something that I feel is powerful. And I wouldn't do it back in the day. I will say, I will listen to my intrusive thoughts. And I will say, yeah, that's not good enough for you. So just stay where you are.
And I'm sure you didn't get there just like that, right?
No.
Like, what do you think it may be like an experience that took you there, or that you've seen, like you think that built me?
Well, back in 2023, I got an autoimmune condition that I did not know. I was misdiagnosed 3 times. I was always into the health and wealth, but in the wrong health and wealth pattern, the one that says, exercise more, eat less, sleep a little, and just wake up at 4 a.m. and start reading a book. So that type of structure. And my body was getting hurt and more hurt. And even though it was whispering in my ear, hey, pay attention to your body, I never did. And I got hurt. My body screamed at me and said, here it is. That's what happened to you for not listening to me, right? And that's when my 360 started. I don't know how. Believe me, if you tell me now, how did you start in the health and life coach business or industry? I don't know. It was a call. That was my wake up call. And that's how now I start being afraid, but taking action with that fear and loving it, embracing it, and just say, you know what? Yes, you're afraid, but you're safe. You're doing what you love, helping other women. And that just makes me happy. And that's how I am. And that's how I started.
Oh my God,
Right.
I love it. I love it. How about you?
Oh my God, I was so enthralled by her story. Like, what was the question?
Basically, anything that you have experienced that make you stronger, that make you realize, hey, I'm loving me now.
All right.
I'm taking care of this version. Because I don't know if you guys feel the same way. And obviously, you don't have to agree with me, okay? Because this is what I want. I want you guys to be unique. We don't have to agree,
Right.
As long as we just understand each other and we just want to see the best out of it. But like, I don't know, but I believe that there's always a point in our life that a health issue happens, or we lost someone, or we break up with someone that is almost like a saying, get back to you.
Yes.
What was the moment for you?
For me, there's 2 things that made me, one thing that made me stronger. Being a cancer survivor, a 2-time cancer survivor, I had to fight. When you're going through something like that, you are fighting, even though you have people around you, but that is a fight all by yourself. Yeah. Because if you don't have the mental stability to say, you know what, I'm going to fight this, I'm going to win, guess what? You'll succumb to it. And so many people give up the That's fight true. Because it is hard. When you receive chemotherapy, that first time that chemo hits your bloodstream, you are immediately sick. You know, so thank God 25 years later, the medical teams, they have come up with great ways to keep you from becoming nauseous and all those ugly things that come with chemotherapy. And I'm grateful. I'm grateful that I went through that experience. You know why? Because it makes me more compassionate to those who are sick, that are going through anything. It doesn't have to be just cancer, but any type of illness. And so when I see people that are sick, I am drawn to them. A lot of people may not understand it, but when you go through a life-altering event, it changes you and it makes me become stronger. A lot of people look at me and say, oh, you should not go to the gym. You need to just calm down. But the fight in me says, no, you have to keep going forward. And so I would have to say, going through cancer did not break me. It made me.
Wow. Amazing.
Wow.
I love that.
That is powerful.
I know,
Thank
baby.
you.
And thank you for sharing, you know, because sometimes I know it's not easy to be vulnerable in front of other people. I know you're used to because you're a speaker. But for us that we haven't been exposed ourselves, you know, it just for, you know, especially I can speak with myself, like just a pretty picture and just, you know, a stop in the moment. But for someone they actually gone through and share their journey, I think you're showing a lot of women and hopefully men too, because it's not only women. Everybody goes through sometimes sickness.
Absolutely.
And we don't understand that at that moment, but we want to feel better and we want to make sure that women and men don't feel giving up on life.
Absolutely.
Because it's easy, I think, you know, when you're going through something.
It's easy to say, I can't. But I've learned in life that when I say I can do it.
Yeah, absolutely.
No matter if it's me having a sickness or I'm in the gym, I'm constantly saying, you know what, I can do this and I'll do it. And I'm always so proud of myself when I do it. You know, now I'm not as good as you when it comes to like posing. I'm going to get there one day.
No, but that's amazing.
It's beautiful to meet people like, you know, we just met not too long ago and it was almost like instantly connection.
Yes.
And I met you for so long, but
years ago.
Yes. And to see that even though we might met through different paths, right? Or like, we come together as one.
Absolutely.
With the same intention.
And who would have known?
I know.
Who would have known?
Finally together and doing
But you know what? That goes to show you that it is so important how you treat people.
Yeah, 100%.
Because had I been a nasty acting person towards you, this connection would have never happened.
That's true.
And I believe that God places
the right
us
time
at
and the
certain
right moment.
times. Yeah. And it all works out. We may not understand it at that time.
Absolutely.
But look how it all came together.
That's amazing.
And it's so beautiful.
I hope you guys have fun at the party.
Oh yeah. Oh yes. That was another whole experience. It was amazing. I love this. I loved it.
You know, when I saw every single one of us, all of us.
I'm looking forward to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
I was just looking at a bunch of little girls having fun.
Enjoying.
Yes. Something that we don't take time to do it. And we should cheer for that.
Yeah.
How about that? How about that?
Absolutely.
Let's cheer for that. Yes. Because this is what we want to.
Salud.
Salud. This is what we want to maybe project.
Right.
It's okay to have fun.
Yes.
You're never too old to have fun.
Absolutely.
Right? All that BS that tell you, once you pass a certain age, you can't do this. Bullshit. Sorry.
Yeah,
don't
we forget.
listen to that. Keep having that little girl inside yourself, having fun. Find your vitamin friends. Go look for them. Enjoy them. And if you have somebody that is giving you a hard time, wish them well. and move away.
Absolutely.
There's no
Exactly.
time to waste.
Absolutely.
The older I'm getting, although I feel I'm young, you know, like you, like, oh my gosh, you're like, I don't even want to say your age because I feel like
I'm
she's
fine.
like,
I'm 52.
half my age.
Wow, amazing. Oh, wow, amazing. You ladies are amazing. Okay.
But it is incredible to see, like, the less you realize that you have less time, because let's be honest, there's one thing that no matter what we believe, but it's for certain, this little beautiful body is going to be disintegrated, right?
Yes.
And so what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Are we really keep on looking for more money, more this, more that? Or what
about our
we
joy?
maybe have is already enough,
Right.
and we're just not sitting down to enjoy it.
Exactly.
That's what I learned.
And with kids, we were talking about fears, but when we're kids, even though we have that scare moment, we don't care. When we're kids, we just go for it.
Yes.
And we forget, the older we get, we forget to have that joy inside.
Yes.
And even now, knowing that, having that knowledge, I forget to have fun. So at the party, I have to say, I let myself loose. I danced. I took my shoes off. You know what? It was a moment of the souls together, dancing to the rhythm of those music and elements. It was amazing. I don't know. I felt powerful. I felt enough. I felt that little girl enjoying the party again.
And that was really the goal.
Yeah.
And I hope you know, everybody got some, because I know sometimes it's like, it's not always, I think it's not always welcome to bring that version of you that you want to not everybody to see. Like, you know, sometimes you can be loud. Sometimes you're like, hey, I don't, you know, like,
But you were able to be yourself. And I think that's what was important. You know, it was
felt
fun.
it.
I got to meet a lot of new people.
Yes.
It was great.
Oh my God.
Yes.
Anyway, but enough talking about the party. Let's go back to you guys. I don't know what else you guys want to share, but this is your microphone. This is your moment. So think about any person that, maybe even yourself and the future or your past version, that you would like to say, hey, if you're going through something like this, don't give up on yourself, because we've been there.
Yeah.
And there is always a light in the end of that tunnel.
Yeah. We were, as soon as I met this beautiful lady here, I said, oh, congratulations. You retire. I envy you, right? With emotion. But of course, I didn't see what she went through these whole years. So we see each other and we are so quickly to judge, right? Say, well, she's beautiful. Look at her. She looks amazing. But she built that herself.
Yes.
And to the people that are listening to us, the women, yes, there was a time where we wanted to give up. I wanted to give up. It wasn't cancer, but to me, that condition was, oh my gosh, I'm 37. I'm plugged into a machine. I couldn't even work out. I was mixed up. The world was ending to me, right? But then I had two choices. Either fight for it with my illness, with my inner self, or help myself out. And I'm as well as you here, I'm a strong believer of the body heals itself. And depending on what we talking here to ourselves will depend on everything. So I had those choices, either for me, for my husband, and for my family in general, my kids, either pressure yourself on getting well, which I know you'll be successful at, or give up and just let it go. So I had two choices. I choose the hard one. I study. I start with nutrition, I was telling you. I got well informed. I got into the integrated practitioner, which changed my life completely.
I love the part that you said, how did you start it?
Oh.
Like, you know, like, because I love what you said, you know, when we were before the
I know, right?
And I want you to repeat that if you could, because I think that's important for people to understand. Sometimes we mean well, and we're looking for certain, we listen to the outside, right?
Exactly.
We listen to this, do that. And it's great that sometimes we try, but we also have to listen to that little voice, because sometimes the listening is inside, not outside.
So I was sharing that I started this path with the nutrition fact, because I thought that I was doing everything right. Exercising, eating well, you name it, I was doing the new trend. I was doing, do keto, do this, do that. I did everything, and everything worked for me, but not necessarily, because I started getting ill. And now I learned that it's not necessarily what you eat, it's actually how you eat it. And now I prioritize my self-joy. So for example, I don't drink all the time, but when I drink with intention. I enjoy it. I don't eat cakes every day, but if I do, I don't go beyond saying, I should not eat this food. So much sugar in here. I'm not guilty about it. Now I know that I eat with pleasure instead of guilt. So the majority of the times is not what you eat, is how you eat it. That's true. The intention that you put it. I had some clients that when I started saying, okay, I eat salad every day. I eat vegetables all the time, and I'm not losing weight. And I said, how are you eating those foods? Are you eating with intention, like, this food will be nourished for my body? Or I don't like lettuce. I don't like salads. Why do I have to eat this? So it's the intention that you put on your daily meals. So you eat with peace, with intention, with love. I assure you that energy that you transmute to your food will be part of your nourishment.
Oh my God, I'm so grateful you talk about that topic, because it's absolute. I believe, I don't know what if you agree with that, so it's okay. Like I said, it's okay to not agree. Yeah. But it's something that I learned too, because like every woman, which one is the woman that doesn't want to look good? Right. We all want to look skinny, beautiful. Yes. Or at least that's what the society sells, right? Yeah. But then when you realize that everyone is beautiful, but we don't 100%. See it.
Everyone is beautiful in their own way.
So hard because we want to compare ourselves to somebody else, but we're not the same. Yeah. We've been created unique.
Unfortunately, media presses a certain look, you know, skinny,
100%.
But skinny is not always healthy.
Right.
That's what I tell people all the time. Skinny doesn't mean that you're healthy. Skinny doesn't mean that you can go out here and outrun someone, do a 10-mile run or walk or something like that, you know. And when you do eat in moderation.
Yes.
You know, just be careful about some of the things that you eat. And I found myself, after going through chemo, radiation therapy, I eat some of the most unhealthiest things now, because for me, I'm trying to gain weight. I really want to gain more weight. I need to be around 135, 140. Right now, I'm like 117.
Wow.
But I'm grateful.
Yes.
And I will say that all the time. I'm so grateful for where I am today.
And you're probably eating and enjoying them too.
I enjoy it.
Yes, exactly.
But I have to get used to it, because when you do eat healthy all the time and you eat like junk food, I had to get used to it, because at first it tastes like I was eating like flavored cardboard, you know, so I had to get used to it. But, you know, whatever it takes for me to get healthy, that's what I'm going to do.
I love it.
Yeah. I learned not to look at other people, because I could be 120 pounds. Somebody else could be 120, but their height.
Right.
And someone might be short, and it's going to look different on everybody. That's why I tell people, don't compare yourself to the next person.
Ever.
Exactly. And that's what we're doing today. We're bringing, or at least like, you know, like, I don't know if it was Justin Timberlake that said, let's bring that baby back.
Sexy
we're bringing sexy back. But to me, sexy now, as before, it was like, you know, I needed to be skinny and almost like comparing myself with nonsense, because I'm never going to be somebody else, and they'll never be, and I couldn't see my own beauty. So now I want to find a group of women, and this is why we're doing this, so we can see each other's beauty through our own lens, through love.
That is good.
Not through competing, not through seeing.
We're not a competition.
Yes.
We are partners. Like, And that's great that you said that. I'm not indulging anyone to go eat junk every single day. No, that's not the purpose. But if you do, don't hurt yourself internally.
Yes.
I mean, I'm no more into the holistic world, so I do integrative practitioner and more that. So I said, follow this nutrition guidance if possible, because your lifestyle might not be the same one as me.
Absolutely.
Right? So, but everything is fine as long as you're happy. As long as you're happy,
Yes.
you need to be okay with that lifestyle, not me.
I love
done
that.
in moderation.
That is amazing. And every time we say something that I think the world needs to hear,
Yes.
we should do chin chin.
Great. This is amazing. Yeah.
Yes.
So I don't know what else you want. You remember we were talking with Miguel a little bit ago about what your parents. Like I love that story. I know I never heard. Like I know her for so long, and she just mentioned something that I'm like, oh, I love it. Please, if you can share that.
Oh, about how I went into the military.
Yes.
Okay. So, we all have different walks of in life. And there are certain things people know about me, and there are certain things they don't know about me, because although I may appear to be an open book, I'm not an open book. I feed people information that I want them to know.
Love it.
And so my story is, I come from a small town named Brunswick, Georgia. It is on the coast. And it's right under Savannah, on top of Jacksonville, Florida. And so as a young girl, I worked multiple jobs at really one time. And so I worked at McDonald's, I worked at a grocery store, and I worked at Walmart. And when I wasn't at McDonald's, I'd do maid work. And let me tell you, I've learned to appreciate maids because they work so hard. And I would be so hot and I would be making those beds. But I told myself, I said, you know what? I'm not going to do this for the rest of my life.
Love it. That's how I came in. When I came, one of my first jobs, because I didn't speak English, it was a maid. But I let you to continue. I just want you to know that I know the feeling too.
So let me tell you, I don't look down on anybody because a job is a job. As long as you're working, that's all that matters, and it's legal.
Yeah.
And so I did that, and I worked at Walmart, got my first car because I had stock in Walmart, and I was able to cash out and get me a little Nissan Sentra. So I'm so proud of myself.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, so at that time, I had to have been like 18 years old. But I knew I wanted to get out of Brunswick. And the only way I could do it is by joining the military. My dream was to go to Hawaii. That was my dream thing. Hawaii and Korea.
Wow.
And I was like, if I can get to Korea, and I don't know where Korea came from, I could get to Korea. How am I going to do that? So I studied the ASVAB. My dad would take myself, my sister, and my baby brother to the library. And he was going back to school to get his GED. I'm so proud of my father. And I would get the ASVAB and I would study the little book and everything. And my little sister, she didn't know what she was doing. She's just skimming through the book. But at least she had her head in the books, okay? And so my dad would do that with us every day. And I'm grateful that he did. And I told my mom, I was like, I'm going to join the military. And she's like, girl, you ain't going to join the military. You too prissy for that. And I was like, Mom, I'm going to join the military. And so I just kept studying. And my philosophy was, I can show you better than you can tell me. So I'm gonna do this thing. And I would study. And so behind my mom and dad's back, I went to this place called Flexi, which is the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center, where they train officers and stuff like that. And I would meet with like a recruiter, and I would take the practice exam. And the first time I didn't do too well. He's like, you need to study in this area and that area. I was like, okay, very timid girl. And I was very shy. And so my dad took us back to the library. I'm studying the ASVAB and everything. And I did that for a couple of weeks. And then one day I got enough courage up and I went back by myself, didn't tell mom and dad. And everybody that was in there, I was the only one that passed that test.
Wow.
And when I passed that test, I was so proud of myself.
Wow.
And I went home and I said, Mom, I just want to let you know.
I did it.
I passed the test. And she says, girl, you ain't going in the military, whatever. And I was like, no, Mom, I did. And I showed the packing list. And she's like, oh, wow. So on the packing list, and if you know me, you know me. I'm very, very girly and prissy. They tell you white t-shirt, white panties, white,
Wow.
right? But no, I had to be defiant. I got some white, but I had to get the pink panties and the pink bra.
Wow.
Like a girly girl.
Yes. I had makeup. I had things that wasn't on the list. Blow dryer, so I can do my hair and everything. And then when it's time to ship and we're in the bay, all the drill sergeants are there, and I'm standing there and everything. All of the girls were standing there. And he's like, they're walking up and down the aisle, and they're telling everybody to dump their stuff. And they get to me, and they pick up my stuff, and they pick up the pink panties, and they're waving the panties, and they're like, oh, Private Martin has pink panties. And then here comes another drill sergeant, and they're all in my face. They surround me.
Oh.
Someone's holding the pink panties, someone holding the pink bra, and they're screaming and yelling. At this point, I'm like, oh my God, if I cry, they're really going to tear me up.
Right.
So I'm trying to keep the tears from coming down. Eventually, I make it through that.
I'm so proud of you,
Yes.
girl.
I'm proud of
My
myself.
husband told me too what they do.
Yes.
It's not easy
at all.
If you
not.
went through that,
They're
You did it.
when I say screaming like spits everywhere.
Yeah.
And so I
Trying to
made
break you down.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was like, I cannot cry, but the tears were there. But like, cannot come down, girl, because they're going to tear you to pieces.
Yes. Oh,
so
yeah.
I make it through that, and then
Cheers
after
for
that,
that, lady.
Yes, yes. Cheers.
We are reminiscing, but we're
Yes.
feeling with you. Like,
Yes.
I'm feeling the power you felt that moment to
Yes.
say, you know what? You can say whatever you want.
You're not going to turn me
You're not
out.
gonna break me down.
Yes.
I can be a girly girl, but I love pink.
Yes.
Just like me. I love pink.
yes. But let me tell you, honey, after that day, I threw those pink panties and bras and t-shirts in the trash. It's like, I'm not going to get embarrassed anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
So we're allowed to make a phone call. And I remember sitting in the line to call my parents. And my mom answered the phone. And I said, Mom, and I want everybody to hear me that was behind me. Mom, I made the biggest mistake of my life. She's like, what? I joined the military and this is not what I want to do. And she says, look, girl, you're not coming back here. You better finish that. You better complete
Wow.
it because you're not going to come back here and embarrass us. And she hung the phone up.
Wow.
And that gave me the strength and the
Courage.
fight. And I pushed through and I graduated from basic
Wow.
training. And I was so proud of myself. Now, just imagine if I didn't go through with that.
Right.
Yeah.
I would have always had in the back of my head,
What
oh
if?
my God, what if? What if?
I'm
Yeah.
so proud of you.
But I did it.
Oh
You
my
did it.
God.
And it helped me throughout life
Yeah.
because I knew in life I couldn't give up. I have to fight through whatever I'm going through in life. And I've always been a fighter and a thriver.
Love
Wow.
And we've all fought something.
Oh, yeah.
And we've all succeeded. That's
Yes.
why we are here today.
Right now.
Because we fought
Right here. Yeah.
through our adversities.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
We're so
I love
strong.
it. This is
That
so
is powerful. Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers for that. You see when the intention of love gets together.
Yes.
It is just gorgeous. What about you? Tell me a little bit. Like I think this conversation. I mean, imagine they're feeling me. Imagine the women they're gonna see.
Yeah. And I'm thinking while you were telling that beautiful story, I mean, everyone goes through their own journey at their own way.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
You went to the military. I don't know. I come from Ecuador, moved here when I was young, lived in New Mexico at the beginning of my journey. Then here in Virginia, I mean, I'm just trying to put together my mental movie.
So when you moved here, did you have to learn how to speak English?
Oh, yes, I
That
did.
is amazing.
I went to college in UNM in New Mexico in Albuquerque. I did when I went from Ecuador to New Mexico. I moved to Ruidoso. It's a small little town in the middle of nowhere. Beautiful, beautiful. There's only one high school, one elementary, one middle, one everything. It's so tiny, and I didn't learn English there because the English second language there is practically translating everything in Spanish.
Oh.
And Spanish from my country is a little different from Mexico. So in Mexico, there was a lot of Mexicans in New Mexico. So I didn't understand English or Spanish for that matter. But my biggest challenges when I was growing up here is when I went to college, to the university. My first class was public speaking.
Wow.
And I couldn't do it but I did it. I passed with great grades. I remember I used to work in a store where they had a winery. So I learned about wines. Wow. And my final exam was a wine tasting. So again, I act out of fear. And I ended up having, I don't know, it was 100 on my grade, I think. So
impressive.
But it's like the consistency. What about if I would have quit? 100 times I wanted to quit school and said, public speaking? Oh, heck no. No. But I guess I had that fear and I acted of it. And I did it.
That's awesome. That's
congratulations.
Thank you. I did it.
I know.
Isn't that beautiful? To kind of pause. Because I think that's what really ANIMA is pausing and sometimes remembering all the obstacles that we already been through. And realizing that, wait a minute, I've done so much great. Why I don't sit down and enjoy? Because I don't know if you guys feel the same way, but sometimes the ego wants you to have more and more and more. Wait a minute, more of what? When you already have and you just need to sit down and enjoy. A good friend maybe with a wine, a nice trip with, I don't know, a handsome man.
Yes.
All balance. I realized that it was my wounds that they needed more.
Yeah.
And now that I healed those wounds, I think I'm so happy with what I already have that I just want to create this space where women can say, you know what? Me too. I want to sit down and enjoy myself.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Because tomorrow can be the last day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And we are always in memento mori.
That's what I tell people.
Right.
Don't sit around waiting for someone to do something. If you feel like doing it,
do it.
Get up and do it, because tomorrow is not promised.
Yes.
I know.
You know,
even
one day
this conversation.
Absolutely.
I mean, you know what I mean? It's if we wake up tomorrow, let's do something that makes your heart sink.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Like, sink or expand.
Flourish.
Something. Sink is more like in the other side.
I'll make it sink so it can expand.
There you go.
Yes.
Too much fun.
I do have a mantra that I want to share, and it has helped me.
Please.
And every event I go, I try to share. Because of what we've gone through and we expanded, we need to be okay with ourselves.
Yes.
So I repeat myself in the mirror 100 times if possible, or when I wake up, that I am who I am, and that is enough. That is enough.
Love it.
That is enough. And I repeat myself until I believe it. Because sometimes my ego wants to say, no, you're okay here. You stay small, so you'll be protected. But no, I said, you know what? Even coming here, who would have thought I'll be talking to Mike? It's like, no, my type of thing. But here I am with fear. I don't know what to expect, but I am who I am, and that is enough. Like it or not.
Love it. What about you? Do you have a mantra that you can share with the viewers?
I have to say, it's amazing how you can speak things into existence.
Yes.
Because I prayed and I asked God to give me a platform so that I can spread, positivity, let people know about God, how he healed me.
Yes.
And then Gazelle reached out to me.
Wow.
And so I believe in that when you speak things out into the universe, into God, that he will bring it into fruition. I can't speak. But you have to believe, and you can't sit back and say, you know what, I don't know, maybe it'll happen for me. No, it's going to happen for me.
Yes.
It's just a matter of time. It could be today. It might be next week. You never know. But speak positively.
Right.
Like some people always look at me and like, Well, you're always positive.
Yeah, you're too much. Yes.
But why would I want to walk around and just be like a Debbie Downer? Like,
Exactly. Exactly.
I don't want to be like that.
And nobody wants to be around those people. So let's be honest.
Exactly.
And we all have people that we know, and maybe, who knows, maybe one time we were also like that, right?
Probably.
Like we were like, oh my God, like my kids, oh my God, like complaining about things
for everything.
Things that we didn't realize they were the greatest gift ever.
Yes.
And I love that. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. I'm going to share my mantra really quick. So, because I haven't been able to actually say it now that we're talking about, I would love for somebody to, I think I heard it from somebody and I made it my work to learn it. And I learned it so much so that anytime I have like a moment that I need to hear myself or then I need to get back to my center, I always say it. Soy perfecta, alegre y fuerte. Tengo amor y mucha suerte. Soy feliz e inteligente. Vivo positivamente. Tengo paz y soy un éxito. Creo firmemente en el poder de mi mente porque sé que Dios está en mi subconsciente. Now, I have not learned that in English, but I promise you, I will.
We'll translate.
I'll translate it, I know. But it's basically the same thing. It's like, it's basically talking to myself and just putting out there what you said. Wait, just remember, be in it. But it's all about love and God.
Yes.
But I promise you, I will send it to you so you know what I said. But before we leave, I would love for you guys to give our message. Anything you want to say to your future self. That's your camera for you. That's for you.
Okay.
And talk the message from your heart to that version of you that whether it was your past and you want to make sure that she remembers that, hey, girl, thank you so much for bringing me here. Or to your future self, saying, wait for me because I'm coming and we're coming stronger. Whatever you want to say. Let's start with you.
Okay, let's see here.
And take your time because this is your moment.
Yes. Let me think. I'd like to forgive myself for the times when I thought I wasn't going to make it. I want to forgive myself for not thinking I was enough at times, because I realized with growth and with constant prayer that I am more than enough, that I am strong, that I'm a survivor, I'm a thriver, and I can do anything as long as I have God and my foresight. So all things are possible. I can do everything. So
I love it. I love
Cheer,
it.
cheer.
How about you, Lorena?
It's crazy that you asked me that because it's not me, but I got identified with I think it was a postcard in Instagram or something that I recently shared. And it said, for the person you were, I love you. For the person that you are, I'm proud of you. For the future self, I'm excited for you. Woo! So I got chills again. I got chills. So I want to share. It's not mine, but I definitely, when I read it, it's like, it was a message for me.
It felt you. It fell in the heart.
In my
and
heart.
it's yours.
Yes.
It's yours. Somebody wrote it for you.
Exactly. I saw it at the right moment when I had a little bit of doubt, of course. And I said, no, you know what? I love it. So I'm excited for my future self.
Wow. Thank you so much, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you so much.
And let me clear this up. This is water. Because I don't want anybody to think that I'm drinking alcohol. This is water, people.
It's okay.
No. She's drinking real vodka.
Cheers.
Agua. Thank you so much for the viewers. Thank you so much for everyone out there. I don't even know, honestly, what's going to come next. My intention and my heart is to pour the truth of each woman that come and sit here today and every time that I bring women to share their experience, their journey. This is not about putting anybody down or up. The whole intention for me, and I'm sure for every woman, is to tell their truth and just to be accepted how they are. And I want you, if you're listening to me right now, And I want you to remember that. You are enough. You always been.
Yes.
And whenever you forget, just stay around people that remind you that truth. That is already exists within yourself.
Yes.
It's already in your heart. Thank you, ladies. Thank you,
you,
everyone out there. And thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. And we hope that we hope that our viewers and the listeners will spread the word about this, because this is absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
It's a safe space.
Yes.
And thank
you. are good enough. And that's that's my message.
Yes.
Maybe that my whole life was trained to not feel enough. So I remember and I see that and remember and remind my fellow friends and my fellow sisters, hey, we're all one.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you. This, you couldn't say any better. This is a safe space.
It is.
It's so fluid. We wasn't scripted. Like I said, I didn't know what to expect.
Absolutely.
I don't know. So this space is amazing. It feels the warmth. I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. I don't know. Like I told you, we had a special moment on that party. And I don't know when you came to my life, but I say thank you. We are connected for a reason.
Absolutely.
So I really appreciate it. And thank you for thinking of us.
Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.